Hey everyone, thank you for watching. I know it's been a couple weeks, but for good reason. Talking about what's going on this week in film, and it's going to be easy, only two movies coming out this week. The first of which, people have been waiting a long, long time for, uh, and it's finally coming around, which a lot of people are very happy about. And that is Kevin Spacey in Nine Lives, where uh, Kevin Spacey plays a cat. Not really much to say here, except perhaps a eulogy for the career of Kevin Spacey as he moves on into the realm of actors who made films that are frankly below them. Uh, so then the film that everybody else has been waiting for is Suicide Squad, written and directed by Dave Ayer, who his directorial career has been pretty much meshed up in action movies based around police and street violence, aside from the movie Fury, uh, which kind of gives you an idea, which definitely gives an idea of the tone and story of Suicide Squad, which, I mean, is also clear by the trailers, of course, which also then, I guess, makes Suicide Squad sort of an appropriate uh, IP for the style of work that he apparently likes to do. The movie will be coming out on the 50th anniversary of the Joker's first live-action appearance by Cesar Romero in both Batman and Batman the Movie. This is the third film in the DC Extended Universe behind Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman. Suicide Squad is, of course, based off of an anti-hero team from the DC Universe, made up of Deadshot, Harley Quinn, a ridiculous-looking Killer Croc, El Diablo, Enchantress, Rick Flag, and the Boomerang, technically the Boomerang 2. He's the son of the original Boomerang, and he's a Flash villain, but we're not going to get into that right now. I think this movie looks cool, but really bad. I mean, it's going to make its money back, easily. Of course. I mean, it's probably already made a fraction of the money back in merchandise alone. I don't know, I think it looks so mediocre. I mean, I'm glad that we've finally seen clips of Deadshot with his mask on so that it's not just Will Smith with guns saying he's Deadshot. Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, I've already said, looks ridiculous. I mean, everybody thought so when it was The Thing in the old Fantastic Four. All you did was do that, but with scales. Shame on you. Harley Quinn. I don't know. A lot of people seem to like it. I'm not on board. The look is just kind of plain and stupid. As far as the character herself, it's not too much Margot Robbie's fault, although I guess it kind of is since she is an actress. But I don't think it's acted very well. And again, that's not entirely her fault. Acting as a character who's supposed to be crazy or weird, you sort of do that thing where you automatically go to like, oh, well, this is what crazy people act like, right? And just sort of mail it in from there on, and that's the impression and that's easily the impression that I get from the footage I see of her in the trailers. It's pretty, like, all her lines that are supposed to be like, I'm the crazy girl, are, to me, come off as really cringy and just really fake. And yes, I know, I'm aware that films are fake, but they are also supposed to be selling you a realism into the reality of the film, and that takes me out of it every time I'm watching the trailer. I actually was watching a couple trailers again just to sort of kick my mind back into Suicide Squad mode, and I couldn't finish any of them. Not only are trailers are really long nowadays, but it just, oh, how so disappointing. Um, the Joker is awful, and I love Jared Leto. But this inception of the Joker is terrible. It makes absolutely no sense for the character. And it's not that change of a character in itself is bad, but sometimes when you change something, it's bad. I mean, the issue you run into is that people love that character for the way it was before. And not so much the way it was before as far as how he dressed, more of how he acted and who the character was. The problem with putting someone like the Joker in an action environment is that the Joker is not an action character. The Joker is a subtle, sneaky, planning, plotting, devious character. And there's subtlety, which is important. That's a lot of what makes him such a great villain. If he was just a villain who had a bunch of guns and was trying to kill people and like had bling, he would have been, he would have just been cast off from the beginning. It would have just been another thug in the Batman universe. I mean, why does he have tattoos? I mean, can you imagine the Joker, for fuck's sake, sitting around getting ha 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 tattooed around his arm? Like, there's literally nothing differentiating this Joker against some crazy killer from The Purge. I mean, really, it's the lowest hanging fruit of crazy. The whole thing looks like a sham to me. And then as I was looking into the production of the film, they offered the role of the Joker first to Ryan Gosling. To Ryan Gosling. So I mean, I think they obviously could have done a lot worse, but I don't know whose idea it was for this Joker, so it might not be Jared Leto's fault, but regardless of who's at fault, he's not bringing it. For me, at least. I think it's a sad, watered down version of everything. But I am going to see it. I'm going to give it its fair chance. I'm going to do my best to go in not thinking how awful it's going to be. So yeah. On the plus side, though, August 1st, 1954, Rear Window came out, the Alfred Hitchcock thriller starring James Stewart as L.B. Jeffries, who is confined to a wheelchair and his apartment in New York, where he spends his time spying on the neighbors out of his rear window. From the window, he sees what he thinks is a man killing his wife, and it revolves around the tension of that. James Stewart would go on to star in Alfred Hitchcock films with The Man Who Knew Too Much and Vertigo. And previously, I'm pretty sure he was also in Rope, which is amazing. Uh, so yeah, definitely check that out. Definitely a Hitchcock classic. Very good. Very, again, someone who understood subtlety. So yeah, check that out. That's what's going on this week in film.